Hello. In this video, I'm going to talk about this best practice related to setting the maxima group. First, I'm going to demo to you what's the issue or what you may see, and also discuss about the option of work around or resolve it. Okay. So let me start with showing what the issue is. Okay, so I'm going to use a data set which is with the time series data. Okay, this this data including the order demand by date for product category, product, and the warehouse. Okay. So let's do some very basic preview data and the data exploratory analysis. Okay. First, I starting with doing a data preview. Okay. So we can see what the data look like. Okay. Product category, product, warehouse, by day, by order demand. Okay. Okay, and showing the 1 million row, no issue. Okay. So sometimes people may like to do things like this. I won't recommend to do, but I want to show you what people may do. Okay. Um, let's duplicate. Okay. Okay, changing this. What you may do is saying, okay, I want to sort. Okay. I want to sort by product category. You see, once I'm moving the column to the grouping attribute, it's sort. It's sort by this grouping attribute. Okay. So you see how it works. So if I put the day, okay. Now this is the issue. Okay, so this is basically when you're starting to sort, you may want to see, okay, how about let me sort by date, right? Then you will start to seeing this issue. Start to seeing this issue that when you have too many grouping attributes, even on the list report, okay, you get the you may get the error of maxima group is reached. Okay, even just 3 grouping attribute or 3 looks fine. Okay, yeah, we got this. Okay, so the correct way to do this sorting is not using the grouping attribute. Okay, so you really want to just sort the data. What you can do is you can do a product category, product, and warehouse and data, and you're simply using the sort by. Okay, using the product category. This was starting sorting the data. You don't need to group data for sorting. Okay, so this is one of the best practice. Okay, don't do that. Okay. Then the next thing is that if you really want, okay, you really for some reason you want to get aggregate. For example, in this case, right, people may want to get a daily aggregate. Okay, so in this case it will be just like what I showed earlier, right? Product warehouse, and now I have a daily summary. So this is not just sort, right? This is aggregate. then we will having issue because of this maximum group limit. Okay. So what I would suggest you to do is actually, for example, here, add that column. Let's go back to 10 series. Add this, add filter, and not just adding filter, but also add the filter with the default value. Okay. And okay, done. Okay, put there as well. Okay. By adding a filter, default filter, you will be able to see the detail list without issue. Okay. Of course, you can only see one category, but you can switch between different categories. If people have interest in specific category, they can do this. Okay. So this is another way. Okay. And obviously, user may still get the issue when they select too many, but the chance to getting the error is much reduced, right, by having the default value, okay, default prompt. Sometimes maybe default prompt is not ideal, so let's do a little bit data exploratory analysis. Then we can add filter, for example, like adding filter on date. Right? So let me show you. Okay, I'm going to get the date range by using a KPI. So I can get the date range. So the data starting with 2011. Yeah, 2011, and until until 2017. Okay, 17. So this is the date range. So one possibility is saying that I don't put the default prompt. Okay, remove this default. Let people to see everything. But I can add a private filter or maybe a default filter on the date, right? To only view the data greater than let's say maybe 5 year only. We can do rolling filter, okay, but but what I can show you is that you can view only like limited year, like this 11, right? Maybe show like this. So we make it as a default filter, then data will show. Okay, remove this. We'll get error, but I refresh the page. The default will kick in. Default filter will count. And if user want to see the data earlier, they can change the range. Okay, this is one possibility. Okay. Otherwise, you can increase the range. So to increase this number, the maximum group, okay, we can change here. Here is the setting. Okay, here when we set the 0, means that we are taking the setting from the tenant label setting. Okay, so this already getting everything tenant can provide, and we see this the limit is like 0.5 million, right? And for this data set, this is too small. And if your instance allowed, let me show you. Okay, this is the CMC of this environment. Okay, under tenant and advanced, you see there's a limit. Okay, this limit is 0.5 million, right? Now I can change it. Okay, but I won't recommend you to do this because really need to think about why people need to have so many data returned, because that will impact our overall system performance. Okay, but this is the setting. If you really want to do it, you can come back. And you don't need to do anything because this already taking the system level default. Okay, so let me go back to my post. Hopefully I explain how it works. I say dashboard prompt default, right? I show you how to do it. You can do a prompt. You can make it default mandatory as well. Okay, but doing let people to view data one at a time. Okay, and I show you the CMC label. I don't suggest people to increase to a large size, but if there's requirement, then we can do it. Okay, and before setting this, you need to set in the overall memory available from the analytics services. Okay. Otherwise, this is recommended. Okay, to override the setting at the dashboard level. Okay, not increase the default. Okay. Earlier I showed you already that the this table, this data preview don't have issue unless you have in grouping column in the list report. Okay, using a list report instead of aggregate table. Okay, this sentence is not totally correct because if you are using the grouping attribute, the maximum group is still being honored. Okay. Avoid the huge, yeah. So for example, right, if the data is not at the day level, in my case, we can actually showing the data in a different grain, like this one, right? Currently is showing by category, product, warehouse, and day, right? So what I can do is I can change to the day to months. For example, I can do a day chunk and using the same day, but this time here I say I want just months. And it not looks pretty because of format. I can have a custom format. Why? And then this is one way. Or can do wait. Yeah, I can show by months. Then the data So I can change it back. It will still work. Okay. Remember, the encoder has the cache. So what to remove the cache is come to this here. Click done. You see, still work. Okay. So you can change to the different granularity. That's what I mean. Okay. To avoid the grouping, actually have a large number of distinct values. Order grouping sometimes does matter. Okay. So from small to more detail. So in this case, right, product category is putting before product code, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes if you have a list report, uh, more detailed granular report, right? So what we can do is that we putting into a different tab. So let me put it into a different tab. Okay. So I copy this and paste here. No, not add. I want to paste. Yeah, paste. Okay. So this is the one, right? Then I change back to the date label. Okay. Okay, I get the maximum group, right? Actually, cannot reproduce this. Oh, here because the data filter. Okay, let me remove this filter, and you can see month table still okay, right? When you are interested in seeing the data for a given month, you click on it, having a filter here, right? Then come here, and this is fine. So this is depending on your design. Your user may want to see an aggregate before seeing the detail. They need to see the aggregate first. This is what I mean. They need to see the aggregate and only see detail by click through it. So in this case, right, we can actually do a drill down. We can from here, right? From here with the month detail, right? And then we can say in this case, then you drill down to the other one. This oh, the dashboard I have not saved. That's the reason. Mandatory. Yeah, this one. Sorry, this one, and I can go to the detail, right? And save. So if you are in, you see, oh, this number is weird. I want to see it. Click on it. You can go to the detail one to see the detail. If you design your navigation, right, ask people to go through a flow by seeing the high level first, then drill into detail. You won't see that detail. Okay, hope this help. If the people are setting a higher value in the CMC, actually these two can be used together. Okay, this is the default value, and this is the limit, right? So here we don't really have a limit. We have a default here. So we can making this small uh, and making this big but making this small. That's what I mean. Okay. Then user can use beyond that. Hope this help. Okay. So this default value is can be changed. This is the real limit. So if we set in here, okay, let's come back here. Refresh the cache. Okay, remove the cache. Okay, and remove filter. We see this limitation. We override to the limit. Okay, so this is not working. Okay, so we need to increase this, then this will work. Yeah, now the date label is working. Okay. All right. Hope this helped.